You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
Good Wednesday morning. It has been a sleepless night for many as aftershocks continue to rock Chile.
A powerful earthquake there last night triggered a small tsunami, forcing people into the streets and causing widespread panic.
The 8.2 magnitude quake struck off this country's northern coastline. Authorities posted tsunami warnings for several South American countries, but have since canceled them.
And right now, the death toll stands at 5.
Now, 2 people died from heart attacks. Others were crushed to death as people fled buildings. More than 24 strong aftershocks followed the initial quake. The quake forced evacuations along Chile's entire Pacific coast, but people were urged to stay out of their cars and head for higher ground on foot to keep the roads clear.
Everyone is staying up until super late, up on the mountains.
Most of the damage has been limited to houses made of adobe, and while some injuries have been serious, most have been minor. Some 300 inmates escaped from a women's prison in one city, and Chile's military dispatched special forces to guard against looting. The shockwaves were felt hundreds of miles away, shaking buildings as far away as Bolivia and Peru.
You could feel the wall moving as well as the floor. And there's a tent in a veranda back in the garden, and you could really see that moving back and forth.
The earthquake even triggered microscopic seismic measurements in New York Central Park. There have already been more than 24 aftershocks, some measuring as much as 5.1. Central Chile was hit 4 years ago by a destructive 8.8 quake, which killed hundreds. In just the past 2 weeks, hundreds of earthquakes have been shaking Chile's far northern coast, and that country may not be out of the woods just yet.
We expect about another 8.8, 8.9 earthquake here sometime in the future. Could be tomorrow, could be in 50 years.
Now, officials here are not expecting any tsunami to hit the U.S. West Coast or Alaska.
However, a tsunami advisory has been issued for Hawaii, but it's largely a precaution. No flooding is expected there. Initial waves are expected to hit there this morning just before 9:30 Eastern Time. That's the middle of the night in Hawaii. And you'll want to stay with ABC News for the very latest on the earthquake in Chile. A live report is coming up on Good Morning America.